Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Today's matchup features two teams eager to come away with a late season win. It's the Jaguars going up against the Redskins.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Redskins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it, right out of the gate?
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. So now it's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now. Back to the Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Pass incomplete.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Here we go now. Detroit! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
They're going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun. Leopard.
Play clock winding down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now they try the right side here, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Broncos, they've got the early lead over the Chargers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Back there, not Philly. Watch it now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd down following the run. Play action now. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Flipping left sideline, it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. He spins free, spinning again, and down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3-and-out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be knocked down sideways. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. To the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Now out of the gun, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His throw's going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Let's go. Green.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Good.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. First down, Prescott. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Here's Prescott. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Here's Matt Wild now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Runs through the contact. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. Shreds the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Daniil Hunter. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
No, let's go. Patriot, Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A second quarter score from Carson. The Broncos, they've got the early lead over the Chargers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. James has it. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Here's a give to Yeldon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd down following the incompletion. Now back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 16. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He'll look to throw, and he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Hurry up, here we go. Clean, Leopard. Gone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, now a hit and a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays that could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a star. I put a star. Back to throw here. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
He'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And now running right through it. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The Jaguars on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. The ball comes out. And the Redskins scoop it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. And what about the Broncos leading that game to this point? And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
TJ Yeldon, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Prescott now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Fournette, a first down carry. Finding room to the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
There we go, there we go, there we go. That's it. There you go.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set. 319. 319. Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one.
Watching that birdie on now. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Carson. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Back it up, Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. To his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. He's back to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Howard Wilson. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Elliott on for the extra point. To the football, it's blocked. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. And a victory there belonging to the Chargers. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montrevious Adams in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Washington, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.